soul. I'm waiting for my pay in full. I only want your dying love. I seen enough. I tried, but I don't think so. Maybe it was me who was fucking up. I gave all I could give, but it seems like it never really was enough. I feel left out, I don't see how my whole life can change in 1 week. I don't mind my own reflection. I don't see how you've been let down. Don't speak what you have to. Why you always seem in a bad mood? Your whole life you had an attitude. One day is that so bad for you? I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'm sorry if it got that bad. I'm sorry I can't help you. Somebody should have had your back. I tried, but I don't think so. Maybe it was me who was fucking up. I gave all I could give, but it seems like it never really was enough. I changed my whole life when I learned to ignore them. I changed my whole life up. Maybe it was not enough. I don't think I'm allowed to make a deal with your selfish ways. They're acting vicious out there. There's lots of demons out here. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'm sorry if it got that bad. I'm sorry I can't help you. Somebody should have had your back. I tried, but I don't think so. Maybe it was me who was fucking up. I gave all I could give, but it seems like it never really was enough. Fuck the whole world. Without you I'd rather die. I need you here. You're the best part of my life. Fuck that. This time I need you right by my side. Without you here I would not still be alive. Wait forever, there's no one better. This is true love. There's nothing like it. It's hard to find it. Please don't give up. Tell me what you need me to do. I'll try my best. I'll give or never. We fit together perfect. Fuck the whole world. Without you I'd rather die. I need you here. You're the best part of my life. Fuck that. This time I need you right by my side. Without you here I would not still be alive. You look perfect in my eyes. I cannot believe you're mine. I can't wait for our whole life. I'm not wasting any time. I will never compromise. I am not like other guys. This I know. You will always feel like home. You will never be alone. I can't wait to watch you grow. Through your highs and your lows. Your true colors always show. All our love will overflow. I have hope. Fuck the whole world. Without you I'd rather die. I need you here. You're the best part of my life. Fuck that. This time I need you right by my side. Without you here I would not still be alive. I guess all that it comes down to is I need to be.
What's up, guys? Adam Green here with No More News. Thank you for joining me today. Friday show, so much to cover. Had to do an early morning Friday show. We may do a late night stream as well tonight. I already made the thumbnail for it. We're ready for it. Where'd the thumbnail go? Oh my gosh, it disappeared. Hold on. Here we go. Here it is. Debunking Rabbi Mizrahi's Torah Science. Here's the thumb that we're going to have for watching as much as we can of Rabbi Mizrahi's 4-hour Torah Science documentary. Here's the thumbnail for it. That's going to be tonight, maybe Sunday night. Not exactly sure. But so much stuff to get into today. Gonna be an amazing show. Tons of tabs. It's gonna be a bit of a rage stream. I'm feeling a bit of rage. That's why we're here, to discuss it with everybody. We got Alex Jones with another Russian agent on the show. Tucker Carlson with another Russia shill. Steve Quayle. I was just talking about Steve Quayle, like the king of the kooky kosher conspiracies, and how I used to see him on Alex Jones all the time. I was just saying this, and then boom, he's back on with so many outrageous clips. The Russian propaganda and the kosher-controlled out propaganda is so over the top. It's so in your face. Total vindication about what I've been trying to sound the alarm about. But first, the real rage, well, not first, but the real rage we're also going to cover is this new video of this black guy in North Carolina beating up random women on the street, knocking them unconscious. Lifelong criminals being let out to attack innocent people. It's just absolutely incredible. Something has to happen. But first clip, Trump says, no, it's not true. He is not endorsed J.D. Vance for 2028.
There's a report that you told donors that they need to get J.D. Vance elected in 2028. Is that your official endorsement?
No, it's I heard about it a little while ago. I think he's great, but we're way too early to even be thinking about that. Okay?
And there's a report that
Way
you
too
told
early to
donors
even be.
that they
I
need
am
to get
a
J.D.
little.
Vance.
I'm at 90 beats per minute heart rate. A little elevated, guys. We'll see if it goes down once the beginning of the show. I get a little pre-show heart rate boost. Let's see how our heart rate does with this. This disgusting viral video going around of this guy attacking this woman. If there's children watching, violent imagery disclaimer. It's about to be absolutely disgusting. Attack.
Issue, nigga. That's the real issue, nigga. That's the real issue, nigga. You sitting here playing with me, nigga. That's the real issue, nigga. July 21st is the real issue, nigga. July 21st, that's the real issue. Nah, don't wave to me. You still talking? You still talking? July 21st. Say Elijah. Say Elijah. Elijah, my son. Motherfucker, you playing? Motherfucker, you playing? Fuck you, bro, nigga. So with that McDonald's shit. So that McDonald's shit, bitch. You wanna run, bitch? You wanna run, motherfucker? Huh? I bet you run again, motherfucker.
This guy's filming these for his Instagram and posting them on his Instagram. Yeah, you got to tell your wife. I tell my wife all the time, never, ever, ever relax. If you racially profile, it may save your life. If you see somebody looking like these guys sitting on you behind the train, I'm sorry, but I mean, it's when we see on the internet all the time clips like this, you just never know. You never know when some feral barbarian animal is just going to randomly attack you and stab you and try to kill you, knock you out. Keep your distance. Keep your distance at all times. Like, this is the guy that stabbed the Ukrainian girl on the bus. What is going on in North Carolina where somebody can be arrested for this many times and still be let out on the street to attack and murder and rape more people? All right. What has happened to civilization that we're allowing this to persist like this? This is the guy that did it the other day. Daquan Hunt. This many mugshots? And then he's let out again? Obviously insane, like a rabid animal or something, a rabid feral animal. Is it because minorities are getting into politics and judges and courtrooms and jails, and they're just letting them all out, or the Democrats are getting in and just passing all these, get out of jail laws. How is this possible? I mean, you could just take one look at this guy and just, like, if you see somebody like this walking down the street, like, run. What did Scott Adams say? Like, just get the fuck away from him. And I don't want to hear another word about racism when this is the type of videos we see every single day, and the statistics show too. It's so enraging. I just think when I see something like that, I imagine that's my mom, that's my daughter. Like, we got in England rape gang reports with like hundreds of thousands of women being raped, and people just put up with it.
I bet you run again, motherfucker. You said something else? You said something? You said something, motherfucker? You said something? You playing, nigga. You playing, nigga. You fucking playing, nigga. What's up with that McDonald's shit? You Donald Trump, motherfucker, and that other motherfucker who raped my son Elijah, I'ma fucking kill you, nigga. You a fuck, nigga. You heard what the fuck I said, motherfucker.
What judge let this guy back out on the street?
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Huh?
It's unbelievable. I'm sure he gave this woman brain damage. Or broke her neck or something. She was the first woman. She was so frozen up. He was released in less than 90 days for assault with a deadly weapon. The woke judge gave him a plea deal in March. He served 89 days and then was let out to abuse. No way. Women more. Incredible. And no, we don't need to be paying to... we shouldn't be having to pay to keep them fed and in a prison cell for their whole life. No, this Matt Walsh always puts things well, I think, even though he's a Zionist and works for Ben Shapiro. Like, a lot of his takes when he does these write-ups are so good. I want to do this one. These two images should be iconic. They tell the story. On the left, a young woman who has been cheerful, happy, and apparently on her way to visit a sick friend or relative. On the right, a degenerate black man, angry and violent, 14 prior arrests, wandering around the streets, rambling nonsensically, violently assaulting any white woman he comes across. The two happen to cross paths, and this is the aftermath. For years now, our laws and institutions have dedicated themselves to protecting, coddling, and indulging the person on the right, often at the immediate expense of the person on the left. It was decided that the person on the right must be free, must be comfortable, must be cared for and fed and clothed, literally no matter what the cost. A functional society organizes itself the opposite way, the priority protecting the person on the left. Person on the right, chronic, degenerate, dysfunctional, criminal, is rightly seen as having no value to society, a net negative, and is thrown in a cage forever or simply executed. A functional society gives all the benefit, all the leeway, all the priority to the person to the left.
On Rumble. We need to build and fund more long-term care mental hospitals. We used to lock crazies up in mental institutions.
Seriously. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I think if somebody's if somebody's just severely mentally ill and they're like, should society have to just keep them clothed and fed and kept in a cage forever? Is that the humane thing to do? Or is there other more humane treatments that isn't such a burden to society? A cost to society. Look at this too. This one. A black kid was cutting in line repeatedly at the water park. Finally, a mom spoke up and asked him to wait his turn. This was the black family's response.
Get out of my face! Get out of my face! Get out of my face! You walking over here, what you gonna do? You better get out of my face! Put your goddamn hands on my grandkids again, it's gonna be me and you. Now, I don't know what you think she is walking up on me.
Like who else gets in somebody's face and says, "Get out of my face"? Like, you came up to her. You guys are mobbing her. It gets even worse.
You got me fucked up.
If you touch my grandson again, I'll beat your ass.
Pushing my goddamn head. No,
If she touched my fucking grandson to get off, beat her ass. Take me to jail. You heard what the fuck I said, nigga.
Got my face. I am going to use it on my face.
I don't give a fuck what you need. If she touch him again, I'll beat her motherfucking ass.
Sir, I'm trying to get my face. Please get on my face. I'm still alive, but I'm trying to get the situation.
Looping. Yeah, I've noticed looping is a thing. You're right.
Touch him again, I'll fucking kill you. You understand that? If she touch him again, I'm gonna fuck her ass up. You lucky I ain't know that when I walked over y'all to slap the shit out of you. You want to touch somebody, girl, but you fucking touch me again. I don't give a fuck what you big bitch, you want to touch me again. Man, fuck that shit. She touched my goddamn friend. I want my money
Oh, this is fake. This has got
and my
definitely
free
fake.
house.
Definitely fake. We're not even going to play that. Okay, how about this one?
Being upset that I had honked the horn behind him at a light.
Saturday morning, Kristen Phillips says she was hit in the head.
Sent $50. It says fun
Thank you,
spot
Da
on the back
Vinci.
of the yellow shirts. Lol.
Say that again? All right, I guess you can't. Hold on, I missed it. What on the yellow shirts? Hold on. It says fun spot on the back of the yellow shirts. LOL. What yellow shirts? Oh, the black people in the clip before. Fun spot, yeah.
Saturday morning, Kristen Phillips says she was hit in the head with a wooden bat while making DoorDash deliveries. The blow knocked her unconscious.
When the guy hit me in the head and I was knocked out, I believe he thought I was dead and he left me for dead. And it's a miracle that I woke up.
Phillips says the incident started around 1 o'clock in the morning after she honked at a driver who was stopped at a green traffic light on Gum Branch Road. She says the driver then began tailgating her, blocked her vehicle, and attacked her after she returned from a
I was going to say, why didn't she just lock her doors and run him over or something? He chased her down and cornered her and hit her with a bat just for giving him a little honk because he was stopped at a green light. Oh my God, we cannot live around people like
delivery
this.
On Shamrock Road.
They immediately just took me back into a room because I guess I was covered in blood at that point.
Dude, so fatigued.
Maxed out
severe
there, $10
fatigue
on Rumble. Fatigue maxing.
Dude, the internet and everybody having cell phones and security camera footage everywhere and police body cam footage has been the most illuminating thing that society, definitely needed.
I was so gone. I didn't know what was going on.
Despite her injuries,
Oh
Phillips
my
drove
gosh.
herself to the hospital. She underwent brain surgery, suffered multiple skull fractures, brain bleeds, a fractured cheekbone, and fluid blood draining from her ears.
It was so broken where the bones were there that they were not able to get it back together. So they ended up having to put the titanium plate there in place of that, so that way it would be forged in a way.
Show the
The Onslow County Sheriff's Office says investigators are looking for a black Range Rover and the person inside as they continue to follow leads, looking for any surveillance video.
We go from door to door.
The Sheriff's Office says when a suspect is identified, they could be facing charges like assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injuries, and any additional charges that the investigation supports.
All right. How about this one?
I've got a fucking epilepsy. You fucking touch me again, you black fucking nigger.
I
Oh, we
knew
played
it was
this one.
coming out. I knew it.
He gets arrested. Da
Cameras
Vinci.
have been black people's kryptonite.
I know. Seriously. How about this one? These are all just from my timeline recently.
What you said. Who are you talking to?
You recording now?
Yeah, who you talking to? Yeah, I bet you won't say nothing now.
My name is David.
Yeah, what you say? Get the fuck out, right?
Mm-hmm. Please
Yeah,
and thank you.
that's what you
Why?
said, right?
Why?
No, and don't try to be nice. You said get the fuck out, right? You said get the fuck out, right? Say it now. Say get the fuck
Get the
out.
fuck out.
Okay, yeah.
Please
okay.
and thank you.
Jersey
Please
Mike.
and thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Chud the Builder just made bail. Is he out? Is there photographs of him like coming out of jail?
Okay, he's credit afford $10. Fuck on.
Because it's my birthday and I asked for a birthday meal.
It's your birthday.
Okay.
A birthday meal.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, goof ass.
Watch you lose your job.
Look, your man standing at the door. Come on.
Right, not saying anything to you. And watch you lose your job, David. Broke asses on my birthday. This is how I get treated on my birthday at Jersey Mike.
Yeah, fuck your birthday.
Okay.
Fuck
Thank
your
you.
birthday.
Yes, man.
Thank you.
Man, fuck y'all.
Keep going. And you're gonna have a whole lawsuit. You got the right one to play with.
Y'all better have the money for it. Y'all better have
You don't need no
A
money.
lawsuit.
Yeah. A whole lawsuit. Thank
Go
you.
enjoy your sandwich.
This is what I see when I watch Candace.
What y'all get again?
This type of attitude,
should know
this type
what we
of black
ordered.
queen attitude, the facial
You
expression.
don't remember faces.
What kind of sandwich you get?
You don't. Where's your manager?
Right here.
Where's your manager?
Right here, man.
Okay, so you're the manager. So yeah, corporate will be called. Okay,
I
that's
already
fine.
called him, so you want to get on the phone with him?
Yeah, you can give me the number. Give us that receipt, please.
Just listen to your man, bro.
Give us our receipt, please. You very lucky. Let me just tell you that. Very lucky.
Very lucky.
Very lucky.
I know.
Very.
I know.
Very.
Yup.
You're not going to do anything.
Yup.
Yeah, before you really
Repeating.
what? Before
What
you
is it called? Repeating, cycling? What did we say earlier? What's the term?
really what?
Fuck y'all.
Looping.
Okay, thank
Looping.
You don't have to be sorry. It's fine.
Looping. The black man is really running the world.
A lot of people suggest that it's like 13 families that's running everything, but I suggest that it's the original black man. The black man don't know who the he is. We know that we popped up here, but we don't know where the you came from. But they're gonna say you came from Africa. They're gonna take me to Africa. They're gonna say, oh, this is not African. So what the is this? What? Where the did he come from?
No, dude. You look like you're from Africa. What do you mean? You look like the people in sub-Sahara Africa, actually. Wow.
You ever done like genealogy, the ancestry.com, and where are your people from? You can look it up.
Show me your hair.
Yeah.
My hair?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
Show me your hair.
Bro. It's here. You want to pull a piece out?
Okay, so what's this?
Your hair.
No, what you have is probably the same thing a dog has. Because you mix with dog, pig, and monkey.
Me?
Yeah, me and you both don't have a land here. We take everything here. You go take and replace where the you from. Is it a white land? I'm gonna tell you where the German Shepherd is from. Is a dog is from Germany. Where the white man from? We don't know. Where the black man from? We don't know.
Black people are from Africa, and then white people are from Caucasus.
No. Take me to Africa. They're gonna tell me I'm not from there. Africa was broke up by you guys. Y'all broke Africa down in sets.
Don't say you guys.
Y'all named it based on trade, based on what y'all was getting from each particular part. Africans never called themselves Nigerians and like that. You guys did that. Right?
You said the black people are the ones running the show.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. Black people.
12 families.
I'm saying this. Them the white families that the black people control.
So the black people are controlling the white families, you're saying?
Of course.
It's not of course.
I'm telling you for real.
I mean, I believe that you believe it, but don't act like I'm not.
No. I no belief. I'm telling you what I know is true.
I believe him. I think he's got a point. Oh my God, come on, dude. Fight back. What are you doing? You're bigger than this kid. He came up and sucker punched him.
What the fuck? You shouldn't have wanted to fight. You wanted to fight. Y'all came up here to fight, right?
Yes.
Y'all came up here to fight him, right?
Yes.
Yo, take your asses home, man. Take your asses home. You came up here to fight and he poked your ass.
Dude. Can't go to the park. Can't go to Jersey Mike's. I love that he stood up to this stupid bitch. Can't walk down the street. Can't go to Jersey Mike's. Can't go to the water park. Can't go to the regular park.
I just gotta smack the shit out of you right now, right? Do it. No, you stand right here. No, you stand right here. You stand right here.
Well, no, it's because you're pussy. That's because you're
Oh my God.
Yo.
Who could be on the internet these days and not be fatigued? Can't go to the skate park without having a guy point a pistol at your head? An adult? Dude. Oh, this was the cop. Remember the cop? Female cop getting rocked. All right, is that enough? Is that enough? Do we get the point?
Scary ass nigga. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Swing, bro. Swing, bro. Swing, my nigga. Come on. Slow ass. Sweet. Oh no. Oh yeah, Big Mac. Oh yeah, fat ass nigga. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, watch out too. You're not gonna stop shit. You think you're gonna stop, nigga? You're not gonna stop shit. Nigga about to fall. Fat ass nigga.
Davinson now sent $10. I think these types of videos are why people do not care about BLM in Madison, Wisconsin right now.
What's going on in Madison, Wisconsin right now? Something happening? They're trying to get a BLM thing going and it's not happening or something? I'm not sure what you mean.
That's big trade. You a bitch. Hey, you stand right there. Watch out.
Dude, sucker punched. Sucker punched in Jones. And stomped.
Scary ass nigga.
See that every time.
That's big trade. You a bitch. Hey, you stand right there. Watch out.
Just can't have low impulse control. No honor, no impulse control. They did that. Remember the soccer player? I forget, was it in Sweden or Finland or something at the World Cup? Some Africans were there and they celebrated the goal and they stomped him and killed him. Father of 2 young kids. Okay, so now Candace is being challenged to debate Andrew Wilson. Oh, also, again, she keeps lying. I don't know how her people let her get away with this. She's being sued by Charlie Kirk's security guard, Brian Harpole, for defamation. And publicly, she keeps saying, oh, I can't wait to be sued. Oh, I'm going to get discovery and I'm going to win and we're going to expose you. And then meanwhile, every time, just like she did with Macron, she tries to drop the case every time. She drops the case. She goes, oh, I'm just a podcaster. I'm just a commentator, is what she writes in there. They won't debate. They won't stand on their business. They just want to grift to and preach to the gullible choir that likes being duped and swindled. BLM has an autonomous zone, and yes, they are trying to start another George Floyd over a police shooting. The guy pulled a knife on the cops. I did not know. See, They always pick the worst incidents, right? The guy pulled a knife on the cops and got shot, and they're like, oh, but they just out here killing us in the streets for no reason. Yeah, like, they've done that before, too. There was another guy that pointed a gun at him or pulled a knife on him also, but, like, Floyd at least didn't even, like, have a knife on him, and they got him. So look at her. She's such a liar.
Sue me. Sue me. Sue me. I want subpoena power. I want all of your messages. Please do me a favor today on the Charlie Kirk case. I've been clear. I want all of the smoke from.
See, it's just a lie. And then when she gets sued, she tries to have the case dismissed. She's a lying fraud.
All of you. I don't think you realize how real life this is for me. I went back and listened so hard. I was like, girl, don't care at all. Do not care at all. I'm over it. We're in a new time. It literally is God time, okay? Anything that gets sent to me from a lawyer is not publicized. That's it. Don't care who you are. If you're watching this, and you're going,
she is God. She is God. Charlie's on her side. God's on her side. It's a God thing. She has visions. She has dreams. Anybody that opposes her is evil and satanic and fed slop and being paid $7,000 per post.
should I scream in front of and send it to a lawyer? You probably should.
Oh, I want all the smoke. Sue me, sue me. And then meanwhile, she says she is a commentator, podcaster, and social media figure who commented on the security failures. Her opinions on a matter of intense public interest, blah, blah, blah. He performed poorly. I don't know why it says obvious alternative. Oh, here we go. Partial motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint for failure to state claim. She did the same thing with Macron, too.
I think they're banking on us dismissing it. I think one of two options.
What does that mean?
You can at first file to dismiss the case because you're going, hi, we have the First Amendment right. This is crazy. It's coming from Paris. I mean, like, why on earth would we honor this at all? Secondly, it's like, are we really going to allow the French president to come in here and like stifle my right to speech? I think they want us to dismiss it.
So you're not going to try to have.
Candace doesn't understand. He's like, my right to free speech. Like, does she not know about defamation laws? Apparently not. She thinks free speech means she can defame people knowingly, maliciously to hurt them for money. What Alex Jones did with Sandy Hook is nothing compared to what Candace has done to Erica and TPUSA. Not even close.
Have the case dismissed.
I certainly do not want to have the case dismissed.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I've never
and so
heard that
we're having.
before.
I mean, we're having these.
Guys, I just want to linger on this for a moment. Having been around a lot of lawsuits, I've never heard anybody say, I don't want a well-funded case against me to be dismissed.
It's how I feel. And the reason that I feel that way truly,
amazing.
Tucker, is because
You're being
this
serious.
is so much bigger.
Candace seeks dismissal of Macron defamation lawsuit in Delaware. So she lied there, and nobody held her feet to the fire for it. Her cultists didn't care and kept following her anyway and funding her. She fundraises. She goes, oh, this lawsuit's going to be a lot of money. Give me money. I can't pay for it. I don't have the $5 million, she says. Isn't that crazy? She is the worst. And then now, so Andrew Wilson's been calling her and all the big influencers out to debate. He debated Stu Peters. He obfuscated and tried to filibuster and wouldn't answer a question and wouldn't stand on any of the claims he's been making the 10 months. It was a complete pitiful performance from Stu. And now Andrew Wilson was on Joe Rogan challenging Candace. He offered $300,000 to debate. This is Candace's response. She's such a grifter. She asks for more money and these ridiculous terms. Wait till you see this. She's so unreasonable.
I have a counter offer. He says $300K. Let's make it $500K, right? I just have the hunch, this feeling, gut instinct that you're maybe being backed by Turning Point USA or their affiliates in this debate request. It's just, you don't strike me as someone that has $300K lying around for conversation. I mean, not with that smoking habit in today's economy, right? And
no, actually, he's blown up. He does streams to thousands of people. He makes thousands of dollars in super chats and donations on a stream. He would do a fundraiser. He said he would do a fundraiser, and tons of people would fundraise for him because they all want to see you get destroyed, Candace. 300,000 is not enough. It's not a grift, guys. This isn't a grift. She's not profiting off of Charlie's death. 300,000, not enough to debate. If she had the truth and she really wanted to get to the bottom of it, she should welcome these debates. She's such a fraud. Well, whatever Andrew gives her for the debate is then going to end up be taken from her in the lawsuits that she's going to have. for maybe the things she says in the debates. She's been claiming all along, oh, I'll debate anybody, any time and place on this. Remember TPUSA challenged her to come and debate it, and she started doing all these stipulations and wanting to back out and stuff. Now she's doing all this stuff to try to make it not happen. And just, again, pay attention to all of her faces. It's all faces with her.
I mean, not with that smoking habit in today's economy, right? And given the fact that Turning Point USA has raised $40 million in one night off of Charlie's blood, literally encasing his bloody microphone at a fundraiser event so that his grieving widow could be captured by the camera standing next to it, I think $500K feels more appropriate. They want to invest in you. You're their guy. Tell them that's what
$500K. This is them paying her $500,000 to debate. $300,000's not enough. She needs $500,000 to debate. For them to come to her house to do it also. She's so standing on her business of the truth that she's not going to debate unless somebody pays her $500,000. I mean, how could you, she couldn't give a greater indication that she doesn't believe what she's saying.
Costs. What's $500K between old friends, right? Also, my second counter offer position point that I'd like you to meet is I'm 7 months pregnant. So if you fancy a debate face to face, you're going to have to travel to me. It's common decency. No time limit in
stipulations. Oh, she can't travel. Literally a few weeks ago, she just traveled over to Spain, right? Or was it Italy? She was in Italy or Spain, international flights when you were just a few weeks ago. She might have gone to Spain and Italy. She's been doing all this international travel, but she can't hop on a plane to meet at some neutral site somewhere.
The debates, don't worry, it will be live. We will bring up any documents or evidence that you mention as a part of this case. We have a team, so you can send links live. We are happy to pause and allow you to...
Oh, yeah, right. She did the Russia visit. She just went to Russia.
I fear that the backlash from the left in the upcoming elections means that we will see even less criminal justice. The SR wants to abolish prisons in the interest of social justice. Did you look up spiteful mutation as Zelensky 22 suggested?
Spiteful mutation? No, I forgot. I'll look it up right now. Yeah, she was in Moscow. Thank you. How could I forget? She was just over in Moscow at a big conference on all the a Russia-funded conference. She claimed that she was going on a family vacation to visit churches, and then surprise, surprise, she's at like the Russian Davos. But she can't go anywhere but do it at her house.
Search for any evidence that you reference if the team can't find it for some reason. No tricks, as long as you want. Like I said, live, so anybody could see if we were trying to play tricks. As a 2A point here, you're not going to be chain smoking around me, tough guy, okay? So you're just going to have to bring yourself and leave your cigs at home. And this is actually, I would say...
So what is this like narcissistic boss bitch, like my counteroffer, my stipulations? How narcissistic is this? Also, people are saying her husband is real into smoking cigars. And she was on, a few years ago, everybody's found the clip, she was on Bill Maher. He was there smoking a blunt, sitting right across from her while she was pregnant. And she's saying this like, it's like, oh, it's such a big thing. Oh, you smoker. How many of her other friends at Daily Wire and stuff, friends in her life, are all about smoking? All these guys are all into cigars and stuff. Number one. And it's not like Andrew's never gone and done a debate somewhere where he doesn't smoke during the debate.
The most important part for me, this is what has to happen. Third part here. Either Blake Neff or Andrew Colvett or Erica Kirk must publicly claim you first, meaning they must say that they are sending you in to debate on their behalf.
But what if they're not? What if they're not? Plenty of people have nothing to do with TPUSA, maybe even despise TPUSA like me, and would still want to debate you and say all the same things that Andrew Wilson would say. What are these stipulations? So you want them to either lie or Or what? What if they're not behind him? Everybody's sharing a clip. Apparently they had Andrew, who offers like debate conferences or debate coaching. They brought him in for one day to give a little debate seminar to some of their employees or something. All right. That's not being funded and working for TPUSA. They're not paying him ongoing to counter Candace's lunacy. So you have to say that they sent you, but what if they're not sending you? So talk about such a weird stipulation, and why would that even be necessary exactly?
Regarding the Charlie Kirk case. Okay.
She's being difficult and obnoxious, to say the least. Candace is pretending that she's going to debate Andrew Wilson. She's trying to make it so difficult so that the debate doesn't happen also. She's trying to... This is not somebody that strongly believes what they're saying. I'll tell you that. That's damn sure. I've been challenging all these people to debate too. None of the big ones want to do it. They're all afraid because they're lying, grifting frauds, and they don't actually really believe what they're saying. Normally, like, people are eager to debate. Flat earthers, super eager to debate. People wanting to debate against Christianity, atheists, eager to debate. She's been ducking debates for nearly a year, but now she's supposedly accepted the offer to debate Andrew Wilson. But there's a catch. She can't debate alone. So she demands her entire team can basically debate for her. She wants to be in her home studio, earpiece in, with multiple people feeding her information and trying to fact check her opponent. Even with all of that, she would still lose. It wouldn't even matter. So long story, she's not really trying to debate. If she thinks this lowly of Andrew because he can't afford $300,000, what does she think about her fans? Candace is a monstrosity, guys. That's the perfect word for her. The perfect word that, of course, she can't pronounce. Another new word. They never end from Candace Owens trying to read. Monstrosity. It's like any word that's like over 2 syllables. Not even 2 syllables. 1 syllable words. Like room, she can't say. She says rum. Ready? Here's monstrosity. Candace is a despicable monstrosity.
It really wakes you up to the monstrosity of the gods feared this monstrosity, saw it as a demon. Facebook was a part of the monstrosity.
Monstrosity. No, it's like, it means like monster, right? Monstrous. Monstrosity. That is so good, dude. Monstrosity, bruh. How does she keep doing it? How has nobody corrected her whole life on any of these on any of these words?
As a demon. Facebook was a part of the monstrosity of lies, of censoring. I was just like, how can I take on this behemoth, this monstrosity? I feel so small, and of course it's David and Goliath, I guess would be the right thing to say. It really wakes you up to the monstrosity of the gods feared.
I don't know if I've ever seen any podcaster or influencer that gets this many common words wrong. Monstrosity.
Monstrosity, saw it as a demon. Facebook was a part of the monstrosity of lies, of censoring. I was just like, how can I take on this behemoth, this monstrosity? I feel so small, and
so she is so funny with this. That one can't be, if it was a teleprompter, she would see the S. She would see the S. Amazing. So her counteroffer is more money, dictating that he travels to her, dictating that he can and cannot do once he travels to her, no smoking, and dictating what others must claim by way of his authority. If people don't understand that this is pathological and clinical narcissistic personality disorder, they are probably so ignorant they are still Candace fans. Crazy. Now, they're still fighting, negotiating the terms. Candace being as difficult as possible. Here is my final offer. I'll accept your initial $300,000, but I want it in person in my studio. To overcome your suspicion, there will be 3 of us working against you, and you can have your team of 3 to assist in the live fact checks. They will only be used to fact check because you proved on Joe Rogan that you'll lie and accuse people of working with the left and laundering money if you don't have an actual point. Again, you can bring your own team of 3 as well, and your handpicked moderator to confirm there were no tricks. I accept your moderator, Michael Knowles. I'm happy to do this week. No time limit. Let's go. We are debating the case against Tyler Robinson and the surrounding evidence. This is the final offer, which is effectively your initial offer. My place. Dude, this is so ridiculous. What a clown show. Will next Friday work? Second, the topic itself, all claims made by yourself about the case pertaining to Tyler Robinson and Charlie's assassination are on the table, and we each get at least an hour to cross-examine the others' many claims. The result of the format, I can give a proposal on including opening statements and rebuttals if you want. Third, 3.5 hours, correct? I can bring 3 people, including my camera guy. Is this fair? Oh, man, I hope this happens. I hope it happens. And Andrew, I never thought I would find myself rooting for Andrew Wilson so much in a debate than this right now. Crazy. And Andrew's like a rival, a nemesis, but he's also been a friend. I've known him since his channel had less than 10,000 subs. He had me on to debate all of his Christian friends besides Jay Dyer that's always ran. We've done interviews on each other's shows. We've spoken privately on the phone a couple times, although it's been a while. He debated me, and then even though it was a crazy crash out with on the kill stream, he came back and debated again. I was just on a space with him a few weeks ago also debating with him. He brought me up and gave me the mic right away and was real nice and had me debate a bunch of these Candace kooks also. So I hope this happens so much. Next Friday, you can bring your cameraman if he makes you feel better. Why is she such a bitch? Oh, if it makes you feel better, you can have a cameraman. If it makes you feel safe. Like, why is she being a bitch like that? Like, she's not making all these weird demands.
Jeez, it's a debate, not a hostage negotiation.
Yeah, they're treating this like a freaking hostage association. Yeah. Oh, you can bring your cameraman if it makes you feel better. Like, she's not being a total bitch with all of her demands.
Fresh in Buffalo sent $50 on Rumble. Would love to see you chat with Devin Stack again, especially about his roof hole idea and how it applies to so many clips we've seen today.
I don't know what you mean by roof hole. But yeah, I'll do something with Devin again soon. Henrik too, and Spencer. I'm meaning to get lots of people on, but I just every stream turns into me trying to keep up with all the news and raging to you guys and venting about it. What else? Oh, so you can feel better. So are you now approving to bring 4 members of your team plus a cameraman? Plus, I have just approved your moderator. For clarity, this makes your team bigger than my own, and I am fine with that. Dude, you cannot hate her enough. No, you don't get to now add. No, you don't get to now add in this weird stipulation regarding a 1-hour cross-examination. You have been requesting a debate since May. We will debate the Tyler Robinson case and the evidence, which you claim is overwhelming. See, she's trying to limit. Well, Andrew always does this to me when I want to debate too. Like, he wants to limit the discussion to be only about the scope is only this specific aspect of the debate. As I said, it takes as long as it takes, no limit. If you feel it can be done in 3.5 hours, then great. If you need longer, then we can keep going. Lionel's in here bootlicking her like he always does. By any reasonable standard, Candace's terms are exceptionally accommodating. Meh. She's another Russia shill. It's always on RT. And then he said, no, it's going to be about all of your claims. Any of the claims or things that you guys are bringing up is on the table, not just the case or whatever. And this is funny. This was too predictable, too. Holy shit. I need the holy shit, Sean Ryan. Oh, shoot. Did I forget to update? I forgot to update the power chat and set it to 0. Darn it. Or did I really just get all those donos today? I can't remember. I don't think so. Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. Spencer and Wilson. Lionel's so cringe, dude. I despise Lionel. Candace's minions are in full-blown civil war. This is getting crazy. Candace's fake whistleblower, Mitch Snow, is accusing Elizabeth Lane, the Russia shill, as being part of some sort of psyop against him. They're all calling each other feds and psyops, of course, like everywhere. All right, check out this See Through It All clip of Candace. The pro-Russia script is so blatantly obvious. Let's see it.
All right, guys, I'm going to look into some of your comments. Yes, it is true that they worship Baphomet. Okay, this is real. And by the way, I want to give you some good news, because as I was falling down this rabbit hole and realizing how powerful these people are, the most powerful families in America involved in this satanic cult. And again, if you guys pivot, because this episode will likely get taken down, you will see how many of these...
She's never had a video taken down as far as I know. She's fully monetized, never been censored at all anywhere, always been heavily boosted by the algorithm, and then she gets up and cries like she's going to be taken down.
Ukrainian, Galician families started a lot of these YouTube, Google, everything goes back to Ukraine. It all goes back to Ukraine. And I have a lot of thoughts about that, about the fact that this religion, this faith, Frankism, first was born in Thessalonica, and then obviously the second coming, who was Jacob Frank.
Dude, it's a Frankism, satanic Baphomet cult that runs everything, guys. It's not the Torah and the Jews and Yahweh at all. No, it's she loves Judaism, actually. Judaism is part of her religion. That's the next clip we got.
Carried on in Ukraine. And you just see that just this impression today on Ukraine. I have a lot of questions about that. Nothing good has ever come from Ukraine, okay? This religion, this cult, this satanic cult needs to be exposed. And yes, I'm aware that it is a great danger for
Khazarian Mafia, Sabbatean Frankists, Illuminati, Reptilian, Fallen Angels, Book of Enoch, literal demons, drinking baby blood. Why do they all do this? And then she's like, Ukraine's evil. All of them with their crazy, seething hatred and constant propaganda against Ukraine, calling them Nazis all the time. They all do it. This is the Russia propaganda line. Clearly, that is their propaganda narrative. The Khazarian Mafia, Putin's taking out the Khazarian Mafia in Ukraine. That's why they all push that shit. They all push the Zionism's not Judaism. They're not Jews. It's Khazarian Mafia Satanists. That's the Russia propaganda line, boosted by so many of the top pro-Russia sphere influencers. It should be at 100. I'll fix it to 100.
But at least the information is out there.
Thank you for adding
At least
up.
we have 25,000 people watching right now who are now going to learn this and tell other people. And that is your job. It is your job to research this.
They always link it all back to Ukraine, too. See the problem with Candace and Christian Controlled Op? In a nutshell, here's Christian Controlled Op right here.
They accused me of claiming that Judaism Judaism. This week on the Candace Owens Show, that's not even a show anymore, the Candace Owens Show claimed in a wildly anti-Semitic statement that Judaism is a pedophile-centric religion that worships Baphomet, believes in demons and child sacrifice, and is the reason that we have the circumstances that we are in today. I never said this. This is just this is like just full on make up a lie. And that's why they didn't include the clip. I commented and said, take this down. They did not take it down. So I had to get my lawyer to send them a cease and desist. And then they took it down. But of course, by then the damage is done. People start tagging. They believe this because everyone looks on the internet and they just accept that. Why would anybody lie? Why would anybody lie? Candace must have gone on there and said Judaism is for pedophiles. Of course I didn't say that. Why would I say that? What is the Torah? I am a Christian. Aren't those books in my Bible? They accused me.
See? Hey, you know that Judaism isn't just the Torah, right? It's the Talmud too. So if you say the Talmud is pedophilia, you're saying Judaism is pedophilia. You know that, right, Candace? She's too stupid. She probably doesn't know that. But no, she goes, no, Torah, Judaism, and she loves it. That's her religion. It's these secret, occult, Baphomet, Moloch, Baal-worshipping, Sabbatean, Frankist, Turkic, gypsy, pagan, European cults that's the problem. Total obfuscation. Total obfuscation.
I am a Christian. Aren't those books in my Bible?
See? Can't criticize the Torah. That's why Jews actually believe the Torah, and they claim that they're not Jews, and the Torah, they don't believe. That's your cover. That's the problem. Therein lies the problem. I've got another clip of her doing this before, too. Same defense. All right, now it's going to get really bad with Steve Quayle. I didn't remember Steve Quayle being such a Russia shill, but something seriously going on. Like they don't just promote like they promote any kooky kosher conspiracy. That's what helps. So he's on Alex Jones again. I haven't seen him on there for a long time. Are you ready for the AI apocalypse? Steve Quayle, the anti-globalist visionary who was the first to predict everything that's happening today over 30 years ago. He's a literal prophet, guys. He spoke with Jesus. We are literally facing a satanic cannibal cabal hell-bent on triggering a global nuclear war and mass depopulation. Literal Satanist Kabbalists or cannibals. Yeah, Kabbalists would be more accurate. Cannibals like beef jerky and Epstein files. Steve analyzes the Russian-Ukraine conflict and laser DMT, some other blah, blah, blah. So we're going to watch the clips, though, that Amalek or See Through It All got. Top futurist Steve Quayle reveals proof the government UFO disclosure is nothing but a distraction and perversion of reality. Oh, is he going to have the hot take that it's actually demons and fallen angels from the book of Enoch in the Bible? Like everybody says? Look at this, though. The Luciferians are making their final play for the Antichrist and extinction of humanity. See, these Christians get off on the idea of the satanic Antichrist. That's what they need. That's the kosher. Everything is in the Judeo paradigm so strong. It's Baal or Moloch or Yahweh or Messiahs, Luciferians. The whole paradigm, kosher paradigm. Quayle's been pushing wacky shit for at least 30 years. Yeah, I know. Good to see this only got 100 likes from Alex Jones, who's got 4 million followers. Surprised that slop's not more popular from him. All right, here we go. What is the, See Through It All says, what is the first narrative Jones and Steve Quayle spin together? The satanic evil West based Christian Russia and Putin, of course. Just what we need, guys. More anti-Western satanic panic kosher bullshit.
Steve Quayle.
Well, Alex, the 35,000.
Oh, here's a tick that I always remember from every time I heard this guy. Alex, it is critical. He always says critical. It is absolutely critical. This is totally critical. It is. Every time he says critical in these clips, take a sip. And I haven't watched any of the clips yet, by the way. This is my initial reaction. I'm just assuming it's going to say critical. It's just critical, Alex. This is the demons and the giants and the interdimensional Luciferians, Anunnaki is completely critical, though everybody understands we all have to believe in Jesus. And the West is evil and needs to be destroyed by Vladimir Putin. Steve Quayle.
Well, Alex,
thank you, Anonymous.
Anonymous sent $5. All these guys have to be narcissists because their behavior fits all the markers.
Yep. Owen Benjamin's a narcissist. That's who comes to mind when I hear narcissist. Steve Quayle.
Well, Alex, the 35,000-foot view is simply this. We're watching all of the Luciferian, the global elite, the child-sacrificing, human flesh-eating cannibal cabal making their final play for the extinction.
Luciferian cannibal cabal. Really? Source for that? Oh, I made it up. Look at his website. Genesis 6 Giants. Giants. Genesis 6. Fallen Angels.
Of humanity, and they're using, and what they don't totally understand all the ramifications, are using every form of technology. You ran through the list. I don't need to rerun through it, but what's important that we give the big view, the Antichrist, that means the entity that will take the place of Jesus Christ needs World War III to come on as a fake.
No, you and Jesus need World War III then. That's what that entails. How is this not completely obvious to everybody? Like the role that they're playing and help facilitate all of this. It's such a superficial, limited opposition.
On Rumble. They got
completely
the Abrahamic stare.
Enabling it. The Abrahamic stare, yeah. Yeah, this guy shouldn't be like, making a living selling these kooky books and being promoted on all these conspiracy podcasts. He should be in a mental institution. He should be screaming at the wind on the side of the streets.
Man of peace, fake that he's Jesus Christ, and brings a temporary peace and an end or cessation to the war. Now listen, we provoked the West, and under the Luciferian elite, are provoking the war with Russia. I'm telling everybody this.
It's like straight from Dugan's blog, basically, in books. The evil, satanic, demonic Lucifer. Isn't it funny how it's every single thing? Every villain of the Jews and the Jewish God in the Bible, they all say that's who's really in charge. I mean, it's the Moloch worshipers. It's the Baal worshipers. It's the Star of Remphan. It's Luciferian. It's Satan. What else? What am I missing?
We do not in the U.S. or in the West.
It's Babylon. It's the Babylonians, right? Another villain of Jews, opposition to Jews. The West provoked it, and Putin's gonna save us all. The real trad Christian Putin is gonna save the world, in the third world, from the evil, satanic, white supremacist Edom West. Those satanic Luciferian Baal worshiper cannibals, adrenochrome drinkers, the Nordic Nazis. Yeah, it's always the Fourth Reich and the secret Nazis behind everything. Another enemy villain of the Jews, right? Every time. It's all of these Bilderberg and Illuminati, royal family and occult Nazis and their secret space bases. I'm pretty sure he believes in Antarctica Nazi bases also. They're just using the Jews as the middleman and the scapegoats. That's what they all say. This is the propaganda line, and it is being pushed out, peddled by so many of these kosher grifters and propagandists.
I don't care who you throw in. I'm really aware of advanced technology. I can tell you this. President Putin spoke truthfully. He demonstrated honestly. The Kinzhal, the Avangard, and their submarines, the Russian subs, and the Poseidon nuclear torpedoes, which people said I was full of you know what. And
I couldn't have asked for a better get. Best guest InfoWars could have ever booked. Vindicating every single talking point verbatim of what I've been warning everybody and sounding the alarm about this controlled op, slopposition, Russia faction of this dialectic.
And the Russia demonstrated. So here's the deal: we've got a pathological liar in the West, and we've got a leader in Russia. Listen, when you tell the truth, if someone's doing something,
total evil, darkness West, Christian Prince Putin of the East, dude. It's like every guest on Tucker and Alex Jones is some Russia shill. He's had 2 Russian agents on this week. Like literal Russian agents. The Slovaki whatever dude and Victor Bout, the Russian arms dealer.
Right in the Lord. I'm not talking about the politics. And for the record, we're going communistic, already are, in the United States. And when the president says he'd make the best communists in the world, what is going on? So this entire vilification of Russia, I know you're having Sulavov, or the man you're having on, that guy's bright. And when I listen to Dmitry Medvedev, and when I listen to Foreign Minister Lavrov, and I listen to President Putin, these guys are telling the truth. And the West...
Putin also says that the West is satanic cannibals. And Dugin says that we're satanic Baal worshippers ran by the Illuminati Nordic Aryan overlords. He's had Victor Bout on like every other week for years.
West is picking a fight they cannot win.
See, the West is going to lose. What's a better word than blatant? What's a stronger word than blatant? Blatant propaganda. Overt propaganda. Every time. Amazing. And they all do it. From Tucker to Candace to Stu to Alex to Sean Ryan to Joe Rogan to every Sam Tripoli, every big conspiracy podcast influencer is pushing its demons and Jesus is the answer. Your satanic panic alternative media pipeline to the controlled opposition Jewish Messiah. All right, what else do we have here?
You know the whole thing about pre-Adamic creation, the golden age, and we keep hearing that repeated. That was the age prior to the creation of Adam and Eve. There was a fallen angel.
The pre-Adamic fall when there was vegan lions and sharks ate kelp. You know that, like the Jewish Bible says?
To the creation of Adam and Eve. There was a fallen angel civilization, and I'm talking not cherubs on a mantle and the holidays. I'm talking Gilgamesh. I'm talking the epics. And now we're watching the unveiling of some of the most astonishing architecture that cannot be accounted for, and we've been revealing that. Obviously, I've been doing that for 25 years in Gen 6.
All of this fake archaeology bullshit, they just go, man couldn't do that. Only aliens can do that. They're a bunch of pseudoscience, fake archaeologists that are just wrong and grifting and being boosted up by Joe Rogan and the conspiratainment networks online. Gnostic Informant does a good job on Twitter and in debates countering all of these guys. It's all a big lie, kosher lie and grift. They're like, even Jay Dyer's like, yeah, if giants were real, they would the Satanists in charge would totally cover it up because they don't want you to believe in the Bible.
And by the way, you were the first person I ever heard talk about this. I mean, I heard some preachers say what it talks about in the Old Testament, it's literal. The giants coming down to have sex with the daughters of men and creating these abominations. It's all clearly there. But what about all the books of the Bible they took out that people tried to say were written later, but since then they found them in Ethiopia, they found them in the Dead Sea Scrolls, dating back, carbon dating to exactly the times that the Bible says it was written, and then they found even older translations back, pre-Christ, saying the same thing, but then I guess the Vatican and others decided to pull those books out. You read those books, it is 100% spaceships landing, huge creatures coming off. You had when Prometheus came out 15 years.
He thinks Dead Sea Scrolls have spaceships landing. Oh, dude, it's in an old Jewish book. Jewish mysticism is all real, guys. Hey, every wacky thing some ancient Jews came up with must be the only truth, goy. These guys probably believe that rock pussy on the mountain in Turkey is really Noah's Ark. These guys are such slops. It doesn't get any more overt kosher slop than this.
Years ago, the prequel to Alien, you had Ridley Scott in the New York Times saying, no, this is our real creation story. None of the elites believe in evolution, as we're told. We were planted here by aliens who we believe then transcended their bodies and are ethereal, and it just gets you into the New Age Luciferian cult, what they really believe. That's why they don't make fun of us when we talk about this. Notice the media doesn't, because they know dead serious what they're doing and what they're following.
Yeah, why doesn't? Well, the media does make fun of it. The Onion just made a spoof where you're selling Demon Guard, protects you from the demons. Buy it at InfoWarsStore.com, Demon Guard. No, they have made fun of you for your demon, for the right wing's demon obsession. This is what we need. More influencers giving huge platforms to sound the alarm about the demon question. Do I not say this every day? More influencers warning the goyim about the demon problem.
Well, they're dead serious. And for instance, the Gene Hackman estate, and I know we're limited in time, but what does one of the most famous actors have with tunnels underneath his property in New Mexico with ancient symbols that are Greek, Egyptian, Sumerian, and star charts on the ground, and a giant sealed door on the end of the tunnel? And what is important, I want people to know, for 3
You know what's funny? If this guy predicted everything and he's really on the ball and calling out all the real things and not just some kooky crank kosher conspiracy grifter, then how come he's on YouTube with 173,000 subscribers, not censored, for some reason hasn't posted a video in 5 years? He's missing out on some serious shekels, not trying to monetize this account more, but also on PayPal, on Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, not censored anywhere.
Davidson now sent
almost like he's just a total kook and not a threat to the system at all.
People should follow when evaluating archaeology. Do you think Joe Rogan is a psyop? He is legitimizing most of the lies about archaeology.
I don't know that he's like intentionally wittingly psyop, but he functions as a psyop. Definitely. All these people do.
Years, I can make this statement. I can prove it. And proof said, well, I want to see proof. Listen, we're seeing now, Alex, and you know this. You've been
We're seeing all the proof. We saw the ball worship all over the Epstein files. Open, satanic, in the open, bragging about it all over the Epstein files. There's nothing like that in the Epstein files.
Preaching to the choir, and the choir now is increasing. But when you tell people that things are going to come in the future, they have to have a framework or an ability to reference it. Now with sci-fi and and by the way, that was taken over not only by the intelligence agencies, but we're going to talk about, if we have time, the alien intelligence agency plan to deceive mankind. And that's
what dude, alien intelligence is really running everything. Fallen angel, Genesis 6, giants, alien intelligence is really running everything. In the evil satanic West and the secret Nazis everywhere. And base Tradcat Putin is going to save the world from the evil demonic West. Dude, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills watching these people, dude.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Who can not see it at this point?
tunnels, especially Gene Hackman's tunnel says. We've deciphered it, eight different linguists, computer specialists, double PhDs. And what's important for people to understand, it all ends up in praise to Lucifer and the extinction of humanity. So I want people to recognize this. This is not a laughing matter.
He didn't say critical still. Where's the critical at? This is not a laughing matter. This guy's nuts. Sensational, alarmist, clickbait BS. Let's see some more.
They believe they're communicating with off-world entities they call gods, and they go and do these rituals to try to interface or become possessed or influenced. I guess possession is full, and then there's a sub-possession. What's the term for that? It's demon obsessed. So they're trying to become entity obsessed here, and this is what all these groups are trying to do. It's what Epstein was doing. We now know rituals, eating human flesh, doing.
See how all of this, and then what's the proof? Epstein was eating human flesh, the beef jerky baby meat. You see? See how that like gets added to the canon now as proof of satanic networks running the world, and it's a total lie.
How many people do you think are legitimately influenced by this guy? And when I say people, I really mean stupids.
Well, indirectly, this guy is one of the originals probably to be pushing this kosher slop. So indirectly, his message has spread. Like I said, all the big influencers are saying exactly what he says. It's basically their kosher conspiracy is just the Bible. The Bible is the conspiracy theory, that the PSYOP conspiracy theory that the Jews have convinced all these people to believe in.
All this, that's all in the doing. We now know rituals, eating human flesh, doing all this. That's all in the emails. It's all confirmed. You just come on my show 30 years ago and say they're.
No, Alex is such a liar, dude. There's no ball bank account. The beef jerky is obviously beef jerky. Every email, the context of the beef jerky fits perfectly with regular beef jerky. This is just like, he should be in prison for these lies, for this constant slop propaganda.
Literally eating children. I'm like, come on. I know there's some Satanism and stuff, but and then Ted Gunners is like, no, they really eat children, and they torture them to then have all the hormones be released. It's not just adrenochrome, folks. It's beyond that. Let's come back and talk about why this is.
It's even worse than adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is only conspiracy one-on-one. It's so much worse than that.
All coming out. It seems to be coming to a head. What you predict comes next with the incredible Steve Quayle. Be sure to check him out at stevequayle.com and gen6giants.com.
Gen6giants.com. Learn, read the Torah and the Gen 6 Giants with Steve Quayle. He says he spoke to Jesus. Jesus told him all of this stuff.
Look, I make no bones about it. I didn't come up with this stuff. I had a face-to-face encounter with Jesus Christ, and yes, he's real. He gave me a vision of the future in living color, but he told me...
We got a real prophet on our hands here, guys. Jesus came to him and gave him all this intel.
What an idiot. What an idiot. Oh, what a loser.
Dude, source, Jesus Christ came and spoke to me. He gave it all to me.
I had a face-to-face encounter with Jesus Christ, and yes, he's real. He gave me a vision of the future in living color, but he told me he would only release certain parts of it as it was shortly to come to pass. And so when I was dealing with the termination of the human race, genetic Armageddon, and for the record, the destruction of those biolabs, they were pretty much focusing on individual.
$5 the extinction of humanity? If this guy's theology had any truth to it, we'd already be extinct before Jesus even showed up.
I know. What's even fear-mongering about? Jesus, this all has to happen. You want it to happen, and Jesus is going to come and save the day. So what is this like? What's the term? It's like they're just like pretending to be outraged by it, but they're really like getting hard on over it.
Individual specific genomes of individuals. In other words, I said that 25 years ago. Oh, that'll never happen. In other words, they got my DNA. By the way, how many DNA samples were taken during the COVID murder? And it's a COVID murder. Let's call it what it is. It's up with hundreds of millions of people died. Just the Chinese phone records of the requirement of Chinese citizens to have cell phones. Somebody was really smart. And so, ladies and gentlemen, where can you go to get the truth? In my opinion, it's the Bible.
Wait, he says COVID killed hundreds of millions or the vaccine killed hundreds of millions? He didn't make it clear there.
Well, Alex, it was the Lord Jesus that gave it to me. And I wish, all I can say is, to whom glory is due and honor and praise is due.
Guys, you could trust him. Jesus told him that Putin was your savior and the evil satanic West is drinking baby blood. Jesus told him, guys. I mean, you asked for a source. There it is. What better source than a vision from Jesus telling him about the evil satanic demonic West that Putin needs to destroy?
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God!
Alex Jones posted this one.
What these people are is, how should I say this, Luciferian vampires, and they absolutely live on the blood. By the way, the Deuteronomy says the life is in the blood, so they think by drinking children's blood, we're dealing with a cannibal cabal of absolute sold-out haters of humanity, and that's...
Haters of humanity. Sold out. They sold out for the magic blood to drink. Dude, people saying this all the time, I think is going to make schizo people go out and like try to drink blood. If you're telling everybody that you get magic powers if you go torture children and drink blood, like you're going to inspire crazy people to go out and try to do that. Why would God, in his infinite wisdom, create all these demons in Lucifer, let them be in charge of Earth, and then make baby blood so valuable for them to feed off of? Great plan, God.
That's what the Glyph Project is showing us, telling us how many of the leaders have how many leads.
Yeah, and actually, he wants to cite the Bible saying life is in the blood. Christians are cannibal blood drinkers. That's the whole thing in Christianity. Drinking the blood saves you from hell, basically. And the Torah actually prohibits the drinking of blood. That's one of the reasons that they're not into Christianity. Give me the blood, Lord. You know, I saw two things this week. They say Daniel Day-Lewis in that There Will Be Blood movie it was like the best performance of all time, and that movie was ranked as like the best movie ever made or something in the last few decades, I think it was.
Of demons, and a demon is a disembodied spirit of a giant. A fallen angel does not how should I say this, usually possess a man. Now, Lucifer possesses Satan, and obviously he possesses current political leaders in the West, in my opinion. But
Satan possesses the leaders of the West. This is straight out of the Kabbalah rabbis' mouths. The evil Edom, Haman, Nazi, satanic
$5.
West.
The only thing better than a vision from Jesus would be if Jesus actually showed up. Jesus has been blue-balling everybody for 2,000 years.
Dude, this is the most blatant Duganist Russia talking point kosher conspiracy bullshit. I couldn't have asked for a better example to prove the point of what I've trying to be warning everybody about. Couldn't ask for a better example. It's like I did ask for this. I'd mentioned Steve Quayle recently, and then boom, Jones brings him back on. First time in forever. I even said, I wish I had the lookup AI system. I just said it very recently. I'm like, I said, Steve Quayle I thought he was too kooky to go on Alex Jones. I thought he went too far that Alex Jones wouldn't want to bring him back or something. But no, here he is. David Icke's always promoted the same exact narrative as well. Another one I forgot to mention.
Satan, and obviously he possesses current political leaders in the West, in my opinion. But it's important that
not Putin. Putin's possessed by the angels, actually. Okay, dude.
Supernatural aspect. Look, we're coming into the four horsemen of the apocalypse. We're watching all of the Luciferian, the global elite, the child sacrificing, human flesh eating cannibal cabal making their final play for the extinction of humanity. And they're using, and what they don't totally understand all the ramifications. They're using every form of technology. You ran through the list. I don't need to rerun through it. But what's important that we give the big view, the Antichrist, that means the entity that will take the place of Jesus Christ needs World War III to come on as a fake man of peace, fake that he's Jesus Christ, and brings a temporary peace and an end or cessation to the war.
Real time, uncensored.
Reaching peak slop mode.
Was in the emails that came out this year, the Epstein 3.2 million and the hundreds of thousands of photos and the rest of it. Thousands of emails about the sex slaves were delivered to the hotel. Thousands of emails about we're bringing you the jerky. We're walking it up from the beach. I want fresh jerky. I don't want frozen jerky. Then they talk about eating children. They talk about human cloning. They talk about...
No, dude, see how he lies about this? When he keeps repeating the same lie over and over again, and that's the basis for this whole bigger lie. This is why I've screamed so much, and I spent so many shows debunking. I saw all the usual suspects pushing this obvious ball bank account. They all do the same. It's like, I can't see it. Once you see it, you can't unsee this. They all did the ball bank account. They did the beef jerky. They did the Epstein is dead and it's AI. They're all doing the Charlie Kirk stuff now. They all supported Trump before the election. Now they're all turned against him afterwards.
Surrogates. And if you look at what Nygaard was doing, and he was tied in to the elites and Bush Sr. getting treatments from him, you have a baby with a woman, you kill it before it's born, so it's legal, but you don't kill it right away. You suck the bone marrow, the blood, all the juices out. It's called a sanguination, and then you inject it into your veins. And because it's your child, it isn't rejected, and supposedly it's like 1,000 times stronger than stem cells. And Nygaard was 80-something years old and looked like he had the body, of like a 25-year-old triathlete. And I've covered this at nauseum. There's no reason to roll it again or show it.
I covered it so many times. The beef jerky was just regular beef jerky. That their famous chef friend from New York was doing jerky classes and giving them the recipes and talking about doing, I said cooking classes. Yeah, they kept it in a refrigerator because they bought it in bulk, and even regular beef jerky at the store, it's not homemade and custom and maybe a little wet. It's nicer when it's not dried out all the way sometimes. It says refrigerate after 3 days, and the guys are like, you don't refrigerate jerky. Nobody refrigerates jerky. Every bag says refrigerate after 3 days of opening. You get some homemade one, you get it in bulk, shipped in from the famous chef at the restaurant in New York to your island, to your plane. It was jerky. They had the emails with the recipes for what goes in the jerky. All right. Epstein and his guests, who doesn't love beef jerky? Costco has a whole row of beef jerky. High protein. Steak is like my favorite food. Steak is the best food. High protein, healthy fats. All right. Jones is just a lying, despicable fraud pushing this ball bank account and the jerky thing. Where is anybody around him to say, hey, Jones, that's not right, right? You know that, right? Yeah, we jerky max around here. I love beef jerky. Teriyaki, habanero, jalapeno, jerky sticks. All of it. Wagyu, grass-fed.
Type in meet Peter Nygaard, the real vampire. That's just one of our reports. It's out there everywhere. But the point is that this is what...
In fact, the jerky that Epstein had was probably the bombest jerky ever, too. Custom high-end New York steakhouse chef homemade jerky batches. That's aura. That's billionaire playboy aura jerky maxing, jerky mogging.
What's going on a wider scale in Europe, in the Caribbean, in Zorro Ranch, and we have the witnesses to it, and we have women before Nygaard ever got busted doing this, saying the exact same stuff
Anonymous sent
about
$5.
Epstein.
Lex Friedman made a documentary of himself going to Africa to find women to donate their eggs for him to create embryos for stem cells. This is an unfortunately true story.
Yeah, there is a bit of truth that they're spinning. I think you can take, is it blood platelets, or you can just take blood from a young somebody young and inject it into your blood, and that like helps you reverse aging or something. That is true. Stem cells and that type of stuff. But drinking adrenochrome, tortured, ritual type of stuff, well, I would believe it if there was actual proof. Where's the proof of this happening at some widespread level? When they say as proof the beef jerky in the emails, when that's the best you got, when the best you got is fake quotes from Jews that never even existed, or fake interviews with somebody doing a rabbi voice.
Then you get the emails. Now imagine the Justice Department held back another $3+ million. They've disappeared all the hard drives and the rest of it. They say filled houses. From your research and your intel, Steve, because you and Ted Gunderson were the first guys I heard saying this. And by the time I found you 35 years ago, you'd already been out there for years. And that's a whole other story. How you
Brian Johnson gets blood from his son as a side note. Yeah, didn't was it Peter Thiel also? There was a story about him doing like blood transplants from youth also. Yeah, it's
you got led into this literally by the Holy Spirit.
That should be looked into and studied.
Give us the bottom of the rabbit hole here on this.
Taking some real scientific thing and spinning it into QAnon tier, Genesis 6 giants, ball sacrifices is just being unreasonable.
You've given us 35,000 foot view, but what's the bottom of the rabbit hole here?
Let me sum it up, and I'll give you the bottom. I always like to, Alex, give the bottom line, and then, you're free to ask questions. But the U.S. government is hiding its relationship. I wrote this down for your show, with the fallen angels and hybrids, the aliens on Earth, and the U.S. society, etc.
Fallen angels and hybrids. And that's why all these kosher Christian shills, Lauren Boebert and our MTG, and the other Christian guy that was talking about the UFOs or demons, J.D. Vance, they're all pushing that narrative, giving everybody mass kosher psychosis. Yeah, the real conspiracy is that the Merkava mysticism is real. Jewish demonology and mysticism is all real, and that's in Hashem and Jesus are the good guys.
Hollywood has a deal with the fallen angels. Look, let me make this clear. There's some people that flip out when they use the term fallen angels.
Oh, the beef jerky? The beef jerky email? They're not going to show you all the ones with the recipe and the chef and all of the regular Epstein emails. They say, he left on Wednesday and he had quite a bit of jerky. He must be going through it like crazy. How is that suspicious? He wants more beef jerky because he's eating a lot of it. It's good, and he eats it all day, every day. What's the big deal? He's on islands. He's on planes. It stores well. I think they're going to attempt to make jerky as well. I haven't gotten any emails today. I need to know if he's out of jerky and things like this before it happens. I would rather come in and make more on a day off than be so far away that make possible to fix things that are wrong. It's actually easier.
Fallen angels are not demons. The book of
Fallen angels are not demons. Hold on. Oh, there's also like there's list where they have like the food that he wants on the plane, and it's a bunch of regular food and then the beef jerky on the list, on the shopping list. Yeah. Oh, he loves pizza too? Yeah, we all love pizza. Who doesn't love pizza? I'll be in tomorrow to make jerky and prepare white tuna. Like, do you think billionaires don't have private chefs? They're not getting custom batches of custom expensive beef jerky? Do you think they're not having meals? This is his assistants, like, getting him the food he wants. There's nothing about this. Showing this, like, this is proof of cannibalism is so
Enoch in the Book of Giants, which I think Joe Rogan's talked to Mel Gibson about, and I've watched some of Rogan's.
Pizzagate was another Russian op to get Trump in and led to QAnon. Have you guys not figured that part out yet? Pushed by Alex Jones and Jack Posobiec.
Interviews, what?
Yeah, he's on a high protein diet, tuna and steak. I wish I could have this steak that Epstein had.
Including
Seriously.
the one you were on, but the bottom line is this: the glyphs, the symbols, the signs on the doors and the tunnels tell the story of the heavy involvement of the U.S. government with fallen angels and hybrids, not only with the U.S. government, but Hollywood as well. And most people just can't get this, that they
don't know about.
I love how the alien hybrids are like able to just like supernatural magic powers, run everything to hidden hand, but somehow not in charge of Putin in Russia. He's protected by the true Christianity in Jesus. Dude. I wonder if this guy is really schizo and believes all of this stuff and is just a useful idiot and a weaponized retard, or does he know what he's doing? Or is he like literally a GRU, KGB, FSB agent?
Jack Parsons with Aleister Crowley and the founders of NASA literally on record doing satanic sex rituals.
Yep. And again,
he wasn't the founder. Dude, they always say this too. That's not true. He was not the founder of NASA. He never worked for NASA. So, okay, they got one rocket engineer that did some LARPing satanic stuff. I guess all of NASA is a satanic occult ritual, and we live in a firmament, and the Earth's flat, and space is fake. The globe was made by aliens.
Look, when Operation High Jump, the U.S. sent the military down to find what's called New Schwabenland in Antarctica, the secret.
There it is. Every one of these kosher narratives. The Nazis in Antarctica.
Nazi base, and what's important is that we got our behinds kicked by advanced technology. Under Operation High Jump, over 200 scientists, including Dr. Werner von Braun, Hermann Oberth, these are the top missile scientists in the world, were brought to the United States, given alternate identities, and you can't look at any major technological corporation that did not have advanced Nazi technology. And these tunnels, here's what's interesting. You can tell what the human U.S. government is because they're finding paper records of everything. But the aliens, and I'm talking about real.
And this is why all these people promote NASA's fake and space is fake and the Earth is flat. Every stupid biblical rooted kosher conspiracy out there gets amplified through the Russian networks, through the Russian bots. And I think there's collaboration going on with Israel and the Jews to control the opposition, make it retarded, keep it kosher, and the narrative, which fits perfectly in with the Kabbalah rabbis of the evil satanic West.
Extra dimensionals are showing all in the different languages what's going on, the history of the world before the creation of Adam and Eve. And you asked me a really important question. Where's the bottom line? Where is this leading? And the bottom line is this, that our government will never tell the truth. Now, listen, everyone, if you can't see the headlines that they continually lie 55 times, we got...
Yeah, only listen to all the Russia shills and Putin and Dugin, huh? Everybody in the West is a liar. Everything's a fake lie and a psyop and a conspiracy but the Bible.
To deal with Iran. 55 times around said, no, we don't. You've got a government, we've got a government, and it's on our shoulders that's openly provoking nuclear war, and there's nobody that's tried to stop it harder, longer. And look, I live in this world. I do, and you do too, Alex. You know this. When you get the collective wisdom of people that, you've got Victor Bout on, really amazing guy.
Oh my God, he loves Victor Bout, the Russian arms dealer. Dude, I just can't. Every day, I can't even keep up with all this Russian-controlled op, low IQ anti-Semitism slop. And then I go, hey guys, there's a lot of Jewish power in Israeli propaganda, but there's also Russian agents in Russian propaganda. And people are like, what are you talking about, dude? Are you Rachel Maddow? Russia? Are the Russia propaganda hiding under a rock? Are they in the room with you right now? Yeah, who's he going to name drop next? Dugan?
And his history is phenomenal. You've interviewed
this guy on
the
Sean
top
Ryan's
Russian
stat.
thinkers. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, they have been vilified in order for, I'll tell you why. Russia was vilified. 66 national intelligence agents.
Russia's vilified by the evil, satanic, demonic, Anunnaki, hybrid, alien, fallen angel West. Okay, dude.
All lied. They all perjured themselves to blame Russia. The whole Russian dossier, the Steele dossier, was fake. So why did they do that? To shift, and you're going to, Alex, you know this, to shift the blame on, good night, the blame of everything that's going on in the world, to blame it on Russia when the Chinese are buying off every single leader in the West. And I'm talking congressmen and senators, maybe not every single one. And they're trying to defer the, how do I say this, the anger at what people would be knowing if they found out that China has got a lot of our major political...
Telling a story about his friend who ate a whole box of Jesus wafers and got diarrhea. He was like, holy she.
I love the dad jokes, Garrett. Thank you. Yeah, I need to get that on the soundboard so bad. Holy shit. Hey, I just made a Sean Ryan video. You guys want to see it? I'm going to switch it over to my phone and then put it in TikTok to add some music and captions, but here it is. It's only 1 minute. It's him saying the Bible's the only truth and then saying he only understands 5% of it.
Everything is a lie. Everything you fucking know is a lie. Everything you think you know, everything in the history books, it's all fucking lies. All of it. So there's only one truth.
The Jews.
I think that's... I'm just not really interested in anything else anymore because it's all garbage. And it's that, black book right behind you, the Holy Bible.
Everything's garbage but the Bible. Everything's a demonic, satanic lie but the Bible. Don't listen to anything else but the Bible. Meanwhile, what is the Jews' ultimate goal? Basically to get all the goyim to believe in the Bible. Worship their God from the Bible.
That's the one truth. That's it. You can't even look anywhere else. It's so painfully obvious at this point. To me. Yeah, it's not faith to me anymore. It's fact.
It's fact, not faith.
$5, Lex Wexner makes his own embryos for the stem cells.
Oh.
Not Lex Friedman. Apologies.
Okay. Lex Wexner. Got it.
It's not fact. There's just no other way to look at it. I've read maybe half the Bible. I can comprehend maybe 5-10% of it.
Understands 5 to 10%, but then says it's the only truth and the only thing he's interested in. Dude. Holy shit.
Leaders on the dole, and some have got $250 million. But more importantly than that is that the lying intelligence establishment, Alex, there is no truth. Do you know that? I know that. We know that. And the people are out there telling the truth. people have been fed such a horse manure plate of pig slop in lies, 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 that the truth, I believe this is God's going to show people the absolute lies, the depravity. And by the way, I have a new name for Washington, D.C. beyond demonic central. It's called debauchery, command, control, and communication. So in essence, we wink at sin. And I'm telling you this, I know the flack you got into on Pizzagate. I know the flack I got into talking about it.
Whoa. Who's in the chat? William says, Pizzagate's totally real. Oh, your boy also is pushing the Pizzagate psyop. Dude, I remember seeing stuff about this years ago. The connections with WikiLeaks and Julian Assange on the thing. He was Snowden went to Russia, and then he had a show on RT, Julian Assange.
Only the Bible is hard to understand.
Holy shit, the Bible is the only truth, but I don't understand it. The only thing we can trust is these Jews and their stories and their fairy tales, dude. Yeah, dude. They were weird. Did they have weird art? Sure. Was there a pizza child rape ring ran out of the pizza shop? No, I don't think so. Obama's 60,000 hot dogs, that's your proof? That's Alex Jones' proof. How much do you think it cost to fly in a whole catering company and all the servers and all the food for a huge White House function? Do you know how expensive stuff is? Do you know how much they charge the government for government contract stuff? Catering for an event for a big famous Chicago hot dog place will be $60,000. Dude, they have to fly all the shit in, all the employees. Williams, you can keep screaming it louder, William. Yeah, they had 60,000 prostitutes there. That makes a lot of sense. 60,000 prostitutes at the White House.
What these people are is, how should I say this, Luciferian.
I love how it's Roger Stone and Alex Jones and Jerome Corsi and Jack Posobiec and QAnon and Julian Assange, Russia connected, that pushed all of that. And then you still, Elephantis Instagram, he had some weird cringe art. He had pictures with him and his nephew or something. Come on. You need something more substantial than that. And are we trusting the plan? Did Trump get into power and stop any of that stuff? That's what we were told. Trump was going to come in and protect the children and save all the pedos. Yeah. Pizza's code word for rape, just like beef jerky's code word for baby meat. Really? I don't buy it.
Empires, and they absolutely live on the blood. By the way, the Deuteronomy says the life is in the blood. So they think by drinking children's.
That was an op. That was an op to get Trump into office instead of Hillary. That's what that was. That's what the hack was. That's what the InfoWars coverage of the leaks were. Peak slop mode. CERN letting in demons. Dude, this guy says Professor Zhang is just copying all of this guy's stuff too. All the kosher conspiracies.
But that's what CERN is doing. They're using glass plates with the symbols. And guess what's happening? There are entities communicating with them. The reason Google shut down their Willow chip was because they found some of the parallel dimensions or alternative dimensions. And when they started running into ancient symbols, like the ones that are on the page, when they ran into
No, I do think that there's child trafficking rings. I don't deny that. But saying that the proof that the hot dogs coming to the White House, the hot dog catering company from Chicago coming to Obama's White House is proof of the child ring is nonsense. Is loony.
Good night. The different entities and things, and people started saying, well, wait a minute. They even ran into songs that couldn't be translated. And what's interesting, and it just becomes more perplexing, is the fact that the Nazis in 1943 were using glass plates, and I had multiple four-star generals tell me that the attempt at the Nazis making Stargate.
Dude, the people at CERN did a dance around this thing to troll the Christians that were making up conspiracies about them. That's what happens. You troll and you try to trigger Christians, and then they use your not serious trolling as proof that they're right.
Was very much represented in the first episode of Hellboy. Now, obviously, most people won't believe that, but what CERN is doing is blasting into the subatomic realm, and a lot of that stuff you see like in the Matrix, Alex. And by the way, what a great example. Why would CERN use the goddess Shiva? And as everybody knows, Oppenheimer made the statement he had become the destroyer of worlds in direct relationship to that statue and the.
And it gets worse. The symbol of CERN is 3 intertwined sixes. But before CERN even opened, when I was first interviewing you 30 years ago, they had just canceled the superconducting super collider at Waxahachie in Northeast Texas, and you were explaining that it was meant to break into other dimensions and literally let entities out. And then when they build CERN, they literally put occultism everywhere. They did occultism when it opened. They constantly do occultism. They put out a card deck of occultism. They do occultism every time they do a test. And they even, and they say, well, we just...
See, he's talking about the one thing that was a troll on conspiracy theorists. That's literally what it was. A few of the employees
Garrett
did a prank on the conspiracy people.
Is not even his real name. It means I love the children in French. Dude is a very sick individual. And the logo of his pizza place was 100% pedo-coded.
Oh, well, I'll have to look into more of that. I don't know.
Just like to do this. No, the whole thing is a giant occult operation. And then they tell you in these movies from 25, 30 years ago, like Stargate, and then now scientists are proving that matter is literally encoded with these symbols.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, Jones, see how they're using the employees dancing around the statue as proof that it's all satanic. What they do every time. Oh, Professor Zhang said the same thing. Remember this?
This is the collider, okay? I don't understand why.
Oh, another Duganist anti-Western shill that says Satanists run everything. How about that? That also says evolution is fake. That also says Chabad's the middle management and being scapegoated by Illuminati forces behind them. How about that? Another guy that's been astroturfed like nothing I've ever seen before, like Ian Carroll, even more than Ian Carroll. And then every single big Russia shill platform gives him a boost.
This is the collider, okay? I don't understand why they're spending $200 on this stupid thing. This is the current collider.
I don't understand. I don't understand why they're doing it. They're trying to figure out how atoms work. They're doing science to try to figure out what our universe, the fabric of the universe, is made of. They're doing experiments to try to find, like, quarks and dark matter and weird stuff like that. Subatomic level, obviously. That's what they're doing. That's why they're spending so much money to do this. I don't understand why they're doing this. It must be satanic.
LXC in Switzerland, and now they're going to build a bigger one. And you see how big it is, right? What are they trying to do here? Are they really trying to figure out particle physics?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. All right? All right, guys. Jacob Frank. What Jacob Frank tells us is there are different dimensions. Okay? And another dimension is Big Brother, who's a friend of his, but he's stuck in his dimension. He's trying to come to our dimension, but he needs our help. So what's CERN particle accelerator trying to do, right? Is it really trying to discover particle physics, or is it really trying to break the dimensions, like they did with the nuclear bomb? You understand? People believe the nuclear bomb, it was really about creating an interdimensional portal for Big Brother to come into. And now people are saying, is it possible the CERN particle accelerator is trying to bring in these interdimensional demons?
Adam. Does it irritate you that these guys believe everything on faith, until they get what they wished for, and then demand proof? Which is code for gimme what I want.
Yeah. No, it's just complete garbage, complete trash. And also, too, every time it's anti-science. It's giving people like biblical Bible brain schizophrenia, making them retarded, filling their head full of subversive lies. And then we got a big badass particle accelerator and I'm learning subatomic physics and the matter of the universe and cutting edge scientific discovery. Oh, sorry, Russia and China don't have their own. So what do? They subvert and try to undermine ours like that. They don't have the same space program as us. So they say space is fake.
To conquer us, to enslave us. That would make a lot more sense than particle physics, okay, guys?
Dude, imagine thinking that it's more likely that they're opening up portals to demons to rule over us than trying to figure out particle physics.
Is trying to bring in these interdimensional demons to our world to conquer us, to enslave us.
They've already got us conquered, but they need more demons to conquer us more. Like we're watching Doctor Strange or something. What universe is Doctor Strange in? It's not Marvel, right? What's the other one? Avengers? DC? It's like, oh, Marvel's DC universe is real, except it's the Jewish version. And it's all real. You got to believe in Jesus. Dude, to sit up here and gaslight and say that's more likely. Also, think of the weapons. New splitting the atom weapons that could be developed with this could give us total military superiority over our adversaries with a weapon that could be discovered from CERN. Haven't I seen Event Horizon? Yeah, I know. They also could create a black hole that swallows all of Earth. I guess that's possible too. They probably don't have the energy to do that though. They wouldn't do that. All right. Look at Tucker. They all push this same line.
The second thing that bothers me is the UFO story. And, the more you dig into that and talk to people with actual knowledge of it, again, that's another story where there are some, fanciful ideas floating around that are just, there's no evidence that they're true. But if you talk to people who, have...
Redacted. I just played a clip of him yesterday. He said the same thing. The Nazis didn't lose. The Nazis are in charge. Ma Khazars, Ma Schofield Bible. All the kosher slop all the time. All the pro-Russia stuff.
Have actual knowledge of it that they gathered themselves. There are parts of that story that I do not understand at all that are really, really, really dark. It's so dark that I, haven't told my wife about it. I mean, I haven't verified any of this, but this is not just stuff that I read on the internet. I know you all are very, very grounded in that story, so I think I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But there's some stuff there that's just like, man, I'm not even sure what that means. There's a spiritual component there that
spiritual darkness. It's so evil. I can't even tell you what it is. All I can say is you need the Bible. The Bible's real. All I can tell you, it's so bad and evil out there. The darkness, the demons that we know, but it's actually a good thing because we know Jesus is real and he's going to save us. Gives us comfort that the Bible's real. Every time.
Don't fully understand. So yes, that story bothers me. And I think, last thing I'll say, that one of the reasons that we've had all these disclosures and all these, 10 whistleblowers at this point, and it hasn't really become front page news. Part of it's suppression. Parts of the government don't want you to know about it, but part of it is the public can't deal with it. It's too far out. The implications are too profound. And so And I understand that because I've heard things where I'm just like,
you mean the public, like the masses, where half the earth believes the Bible is somewhat true,
Anonymous
can't handle
sent
the Bible being
$5.
true?
I was all over
I don't
every
believe
rabbit
that.
hole about UFOs until the second the talking heads started pushing UFOs. Nope. I don't want to believe. The truth is not out there. X-Files closed.
Yeah, I don't believe in UFOs, alien UFOs, but I do believe in life
Anonymous
elsewhere in
sent
the universe.
$20. It irritates me that all these guys
Yeah, they're all
demonize
anti-science.
science, yet immediately turn to the same science they demonized to solve their problems because
Yeah.
they can't admit that brain doesn't work.
It's always people that are so stupid to even do any science that want to say it's all fake too every time. But it's a Bible brain cope.
oh man, I don't even really want to know that, honestly.
It's deeply disturbing stuff. Forget like saucers
You know what I mean?
and technology. It's deeply disturbing stuff that I haven't even told Natalie.
Yep.
I agree with you. It's so disturbing.
So disturbing, so scary, so evil. Okay, the Russian propaganda talking point. This guy that puts on the tefillin on Alex Jones again. This guy's on every other week too, it seems like. The good versus evil framing. Russia, Orthodox Christianity trying to save the world from Satan. Satanic Europe in America. So Edom.
Tucker Carlson's been targeted for particular destruction because he doesn't want everybody to die. And he talks about
Tucker's been attacked by the demons in his bed with his dogs because he's so over the target.
Tucker Carlson's been targeted for particular destruction because he doesn't want everybody to die. And he talks about how the State Department funds global homo and targets Eastern Europe and Russia with it. They target our kids with it. They say that's Russian propaganda. No, they've spent hundreds of billions pumping out anti-family crap, and then they claim because Russia has halfway thrown the pedo demon off your back that somehow it's Russian propaganda that when we speak out against it. What do you say about global homo and its goal?
There is an exact date when countries decided that they're no longer Christian countries. That's the date when the parliaments voted for homosexual marriages.
You're not the
It's
Christians.
either or.
Hey, guess what? The Christians in America mostly oppose homosexual marriages.
Either you're Christian or you believe in homosexual marriages. So Europe is no longer Christian. America? I don't know. But when British scientists 2 days ago came up with a great plan that in order for humanity to prosper, it has to reduce amount of people living.
Yeah, this Russian is Jewish, by the way. Yes, I said that. He put on the tefillin. He's one of the, I think he has like 7 million followers on Twitter, I saw. He's one of the top broadcasters, pro-Putin broadcasters in Russia. And he's on Alex Jones all the time.
On half?
I don't know. I can't think of the last time InfoWars has had on anybody that is pro-Ukraine or critical of Russia. I don't think I've seen it. Completely one side.
Tell me that it's not Satanism, the purest form.
Satanism.
The purest form. Homosexuality is not just a free choice now. Not at all. It's a toy in devil's hands.
Devils.
It's a toy of destruction of humanity. You have to admit it. It's either or.
Well, there's no doubt
God.
as soon as homosexual marriage passed, the dam broke and they said, now we want your children. And they just totally exploded. And you're right. If we don't have 2.1 children for every 2 adults, society collapses. And all these governments say cut it in half. It turns out the heads of Google, all of them are anti-family. They're anti-natalist. And they literally just want to kill people.
Yeah. Nick wants to finally join the party and call out all the low IQ anti-Semitism and the kosher slop and the magical thinking and the discrediting theories and the Russian propagandists. But he loves Alex Jones. When is Nick gonna broach those topics with Alex Jones?
in general. So you asked earlier who runs it, who's at the top. You just
So anybody that does, any freaks that do weird shit, they just say that's Satanism. These people may not have anything to do with Satan, don't believe in Satan. They just say that's Satanism. And obviously, I'm opposed to this. A lot of the country is opposed to this, especially when the right wing is in power. This stuff gets suppressed. So to say that all of the country is demonic, oh, we're Sodom and Gomorrah, we deserve God's vengeance, we're the seat of all evil in the world. Like there's not corruption and murder and rape and homosexuality in Russia. Also, give me a break. Of course there is.
said it. It's Satan. Vladimir, it's Satan.
Yeah,
it's Satan.
Absolutely. You're 100% right, my friend. So, are you Russian propaganda?
Yeah, it's just gay. You're just calling people that are gay, weird perverts, and were probably abused and raped when they were kids, Satanist, whether they believe in Satan or not. This is they call them Satanists, so that means Jesus is real. Jesus is real because gay people, basically. That's the argument when you boil it down.
Kind of people can even come up with something as stupid as that. Jesus, what century are they living in? It's amazing. It's amazing. They should get some new tunes. The old ones are not working anymore.
Also, the Russian talking point. Okay, when I always say this is a Russian talking point and they go, Adam, you're crazy. There's no Russian propaganda. Now we have top Russian propagandist on Alex Jones saying, or actually Jones might say it, this is not Judaism. Always running cover for Judaism. Let's see.
My big problem being Jewish, to explain to my friends that not all Jewish are Israelis and not all Israelis are Jewish. So now we Jews of this world have to pay the price for Netanyahu policy that is against of what I believe in. I cannot basically understand how my people that came through all the...
Yeah, and just because I say it's not necessarily satanic, gay people being gay is not like proof that they worship Satan and Jesus is real. It could be, we can oppose it and we can think it's wrong and we could try to make laws against things without having to say it's all evil and satanic. It's all satanic. Sounds like a Bond villain. He does, huh?
Tragedy of Holocaust. Stating that, oh, by the way, if we went through this, that means that we have a right to commit this act of genocide? Has been told by a couple of few very important political leaders of this world. What happened with us? How come that we can say that, oh, this is Jewish baby, so his life is sacred, and this is Arab baby, you have to kill them? That's not what I believe in. That's not what Judaism is about. That is so far from actual standards of our beliefs. And
oh, it's not real Judaism. Judaism has nothing to do with Zionism. Yahweh doesn't call on the chosen people to conquer the promised land. Yahweh doesn't call on his people to slaughter the Amalekites. Oh, that's actually just Torah and Judaism. See, they're always running cover for Judaism. That's why they do this. Tanakh in action. I know. It's not Judaism, it's Satanism. It's Baal worshippers. It's Khazarians. That's what they do every time.
That is so far from actual standards of our beliefs.
For our guys, Nick talked about me hating Jesus on his show. Can you send me the link to the clip? I haven't seen that. Does he mention me when he says that?
And I just foresee an awful future. Even now in the United States, look who is winning primaries inside Democratic Party. People who are against Israel. Can you imagine something like this a few years ago? No. But Israel is not willing to listen. And it's scary. And it's wrong. It is very wrong. You cannot destroy the whole world and live on the face of this world only a few millions of Jewish people. That's not how it works. Not at all.
Real time, uncensored, unstoppable.
105.40. Okay, we can look at that. Oh wait, what did it
This
say?
year
105.40 to
is
120.05.
really part 3 of a series
105
of ideas
40
in current events. So I figured there's one thing I'll mention. Trump has to be very careful. Very careful. Why? Because if you defy God, if you are chosen for a mission, then God will interact with you and remove you from that privilege. Where do we see that? Shaul, King Shaul, Hamelach. He made a terrible mistake. There are several mistakes that Shaul made. Okay? The worst one was that he failed to kill Agag, Melech of the Amalek. He failed. Shmuel Anovi told him, the Rebbe Shem wants you, he's going to give you the ability and the power to kill Amalek. I want you to wipe them out. This is a command of God given to him by a Novi, Shmuel HaNovi.
He wants
So
Trump
he was
to
commanded by the
exterminate
Rebbe Shalom
Iran.
to
How
do
is
that. Did he kill Agag? No. He did kill the Amalekites. But he didn't kill the king. And the king lived for one day or whatever.
He said the guy attacking Jesus. So what was he talking about? Was the context me? He was describing me? I'll have to see it.
And
Can you find the clip?
he had a
I
woman
wanna
with
see it.
him, and they had a kid. And from that came
Raw
Haman.
guys.
If it wouldn't have been
Bro's
for
looking
that,
rough, yeah.
then Shaul would have been king and would have had descendants.
Yeah,
which were
this is what happens. This is the physiognomy you get when you're Jacob and you sit around in the tents reading Torah all day.
king. Why? Who is Shaul? Shaul was Mashiach ben Yosef. He's from Binyamin, Bnei Rachel.
Saul
so
was
that's
Moshiach
who
ben
Shaul
Joseph?
really was.
And David is
But
Moshiach ben
because
David.
Shaul HaMelech was a murdik tzaddik, that we see, failed to do what he should have done, which is a tzivoy, a command of God, then God deposed him from his malchus.
Okay, I don't know why we're...
You have to be careful. When you're in that kind of position,
All right,
you have to be very...
We'll watch the rest later.
Alex Jones Live.
Is nuclear war now unavoidable? Yeah, I saw Alex Jones screaming. He's like, Putin threatened he's going to start bombing in 2 weeks. We're going to be bombed. We got to stop. We got to give up Ukraine.
Whenever I have somebody on, like Vladimir, they'll say, oh my God, you're a Russian puppet, Russian propaganda. Before I watch his show sometimes, I've already said what he's about to say. He's not copying me, I'm not copying him. We see the same thing. Whenever I have somebody...
So you already are spouting the Russian propaganda lines, and that's why
Dorsroon sent $5
you get along so
Rumble.
well with Dugan and
This
the
chosen
rabbi.
rabbi looking like he needs to work on his posture.
Yeah, he's looking really rough. Oh, I'm always spouting Russian propaganda, towing the Russian propaganda line, and speaking with leading Russians, and people call me a Russian agent for some reason. Yeah, does he or Tucker ever interview anybody on the other side? Do they ever debate anybody on the Ukraine issue? I haven't seen
Whenever
it.
I have somebody...
Oh, wait, no, Alex did debate Drew Pavov on the Russia-Ukraine issue, actually. I stand corrected.
On, like Vladimir, they'll say, oh my God, you're a Russian puppet, Russian propaganda. before I watch his show, sometimes I've already.
Yeah, dude. When you bring him on all the time, and you're always shitting on Zelensky and praising Putin, and you bring on Dugin and spout Dugin's multipolar talking points, and you're best buds with Tucker, who's a big Russia shill and went to Russia, and you bring on Victor Bout, the Russian arms dealer, every other week, and never anybody on the other side. Yeah, you're a Russian propagandist, Jones. You are. When you parrot and amplify all of the Russian propaganda conspiracy talking points, yeah, you are. There he is with a bod wrapped in the Teflon too, that guy. Alex Active Measures Jones. Oh, we're at 2.5 hours. I got to get going. Oh, I got when, let's see. Jake Shields and Leonardo and some other idiot attacking me on their show again. We'll have to go with those next show, I guess. It's just more of the same stupid shit they've always been saying. Coping that they're low IQ and then proving that they're low IQ anti-Semites. Shmuley's getting harassed by people in Iceland. We'll cover all that. I'll be back very soon to do the Mizrahi debunk video right here. Debunking Rabbi Mizrahi's Torah science. We'll watch his documentary and show why that's wrong. And next time we'll also cover the Jake Shields slander and bullshit in Christ's brain kosher conspiracy copes. So appreciate everybody for watching. Have a nice weekend. Thank you all for the support. And I'll see you guys very soon. Take care. Down with Yahweh, hail the old gods, go to the gym, eat beef jerky, and repeat. Guess what? We're coming back. I just found this. Amalek sent me, or See Through It All sent me this in my DMs. From Alex today, even more. America was set up by Satanists to bring in the Antichrist. Epstein Files names his bank account after all the demons in Moloch and Baal. He's such a fucking liar. How is nobody going to hold him accountable for these lies like this? Is he really this lazy and stupid and bad of a journalist? Or is he intentionally knowing that he's lying? I think it's the latter. Yo, Rex Jones, Harrison, anybody, Rob Dew, you know that your boss is bullshitting, right?
Hey, Alex, thanks for taking my call. Appreciate it. It's kind of hard to, like, we can... It's really hard. At the end of the day, I do think there's definitely Luciferianism is a big part of this. It's hard to figure out who is actually involved in the occult and who's actually just trying to, like, survive in it or maybe change it, or who knows, right? But I think Luciferianism is really what we're dealing with here, and that's all about human sacrifice. I think this war, like a lot of these wars, I think they're rituals of mass human sacrifice. I think,
pretty sure there's nothing in the Bible related to Lucifer and sacrifice too. It says like dawn of the morning star is like, I think there's one other mention. There's nothing about sacrificing to Lucifer in the Bible. So people just conflate everything together, and it's crazy.
Charlie Kirk's, I think that was a ritual sacrifice.
100%.
Cultic.
100% Charlie Kirk. 100% a ritual sacrifice to Moloch. Come on, Jones. 100%.
I think that was a ritual sacrifice.
100%.
There's cultic stuff all over it. And these Luciferians, like you said, they're moving out of the way. Like, they're going to have this sacrifice. They're like, all right, I'm going to move over here. I'm not going to get sacrificed. We're not going to get sacrificed. We're going to sacrifice all these other people, because the Luciferians, they set up these systems to sacrifice people. And if you look at it, it's been going on for hundreds of years. And if you look at COVID, that was like sort of like a
hundreds of years. How about 2,300 years, 2,000 years?
A human ritual sacrifice. It was an attempt to sacrifice people while also, the self-replicating nanotech.
And what is in the Epstein files? Thousands of times they name everything after demons, Moloch, talk about sacrificing the public to Moloch. Bill Gates talking to him about killing the old people, Moloch. Yeah. He names his bank accounts after all the demons.
Dude, Jones is such a shameful liar. You sit on a throne of lies, Jones. Can you believe this guy? Thousands, guys. Thousands of emails naming his bank account after demons.
You sit on a throne of lies.
How does he get away with it?
Moloch and Baal.
To counter this, what's really creepy is the Statue of Liberty I read is actually a depiction of Lucifer. So think about it.
It is.
America is like this, we're told that America is about freedom and liberty. What if it was really set up by Satanists to bring in the Antichrist?
Well, there's no doubt that a French occultist made it, and it has nothing to do with America, and it's a man in drag. It is Lucifer, and it's basically a tombstone they put there to announce that they were going to reconquer the United States.
Yeah, it's like, welcome to New York City. By the way, there's a big statue of Lucifer there,
I love. Isn't it so funny that his proof of a satanic cult running the world, the dude was just on Joe Rogan and said the same thing too. Oh, Baal, all the worship of Baal. Dude, there's no bank account named Baal, Jones. How has nobody corrected him on this? Who's going to be the first one that calls into InfoWars and calls him on this lie? Look. How is Rabbi Mizrahi the voice of reason here when it comes to all these kooky conspiracy grifters? Please, I need to know that. Amalek posted this one.
But that's only if you know 1,000%. Some people imagine things. Imagine.
Jocelyn, thank
sent
you.
$10 on Rumble. RIP to all of these influencers' credibility after this schizophrenic
I
nightmare
hope.
is finally over.
I hope.
Smiley
The
emoji.
problem is with all these schizophrenic shills, they all team up and then lie and slander about me. And then I'll be right about everything and saying these things years before them, that they're the newbies and get everything wrong. And they say, you're the op.
But that's only.
Thank you, Jocelyn.
But that's only if you know 1,000%. Some people imagine things. Imagine, they imagine conspiracy theories, the world is flat, 5G will fry your brain. They put a camera now inside your brain. He will tell the government where you are because the government wants to put special things from airplanes to poison you. They want to dilute the population. There are too many people in the world. All these crazy people that are non-stop on there. By the way, when you hear speakers...
He's talking about rabbis, Amalek? He's talking about competing rabbis online, right? Rabbi conspiracies? When I talked to him, I mentioned flat Earth, and he's like, "That's not in the Bible. That's not in the Bible." Okay, I'm doing the Russian guy's voice, not Mizrahi.
If these conspiracy theories in their lecture, immediately run away from them. They're not normal. Cannot rely on them to teach Torah. Even though their lectures are interesting and powerful,
I got you, Frog
forget
Eyes.
about it. Find someone without all this nonsense. Don't listen to people that teach in their Torah class YouTube conspiracy theories.
Dude, common Mizrahi win, dude. Common Mizrahi W. Sad.
Don't.
These idiots are making Rabbi Mizrahi the voice of reason on the internet. Jesus Christ.
Listen
I'm
to
sorry.
them.
Sorry. J.C. Penney, sorry.
Bill Gates wanted to kill the whole world. The man gave billions of dollars to charity to help find medication, to help this, to help that, and convince all the billionaires to give most of their money to charity, and then they decided that he's the new Hitler. There's crazy people out there.
Mm-hmm. Crazy people. He's like, you listen to these crazy people. You listen to these crazy people, huh? All right, let's hear what Nick said here.
Yeah. People are very disloyal. And what I found is it's always the people that hate Christ. I'm not going to name any names, but it's always the people that hate Christ. It's always the people that don't have any.
I don't think he's talking about me. He's talking about people being disloyal. He's not talking about me. He's just trying to, somebody that his enemy that he considers disloyal is not a Christian, so he's getting all of his Christian audience to instantly knee-jerk reaction, not like whoever he's referring to here. It's not me. He wouldn't say Adam's disloyal. He wouldn't say that. I wonder who he is talking about, though. Amalek might know. Who's he beefing with that's not a Christian?
Any shade of Christ in though. Yeah. People, it's just, people don't care about that. And they're shameless. I think it's always been that way, though, on some level. But definitely more so now than before.
Sneeko?
So,
yeah.
Yeah. People are very disloyal. And what I found is it's always the people that hate Christ. I'm not going to name any names, but it's always the people.
Oh, you haven't had any falling outs with Christians? Come on. Of course you have.
That hate Christ. It's always the people that don't have any shade of Christ in their lives that seem to be the most disloyal. And I'm not even just saying that. It's not that I haven't been betrayed by Christians before. I have.
Thank
but
you. Yeah.
By and large, the most.
Yeah, Sneeko doesn't hate Jesus. I don't think he is talking about Sneeko. I have no idea.
Hateful, the most toxic, the most wicked people are the people that I never felt the Spirit of Christ in them. Or they're not Christians. I never got that from them.
Yeah. Christians are never toxic or do anything bad. It's only the non-Christians that are bad, huh, Nick?
So, anyway.
You're the perfect angel Christian, by the way, Nick. You're really one to talk.
Yeah, real. But I appreciate the huge super chat. It's still out there. There's
People
still
that don't believe in magical Jewish superheroes and the Jewish covenants are just like evil, dark people with no loyalty.
Trust me, there are still good people out there. And what you have to do is just take care of the good people. You know.
Nick more recently said that I had integrity, actually. So he's not talking about me.
You got to take stock of the people in your life that are loyal, that are good to you.
Yeah, he's not talking about me. All right. Now we have the real closing bumper. And I think we're going to go out to High in Hyperborea. All right, you guys have a nice weekend. Thanks for sticking with me. Take care.
King Selassie was Jesus in blackface, hiding from Babylon. Roman oppressors never knew he didn't die on the cross. He escaped to Jamaica. On 420, Yeshua smokes the herbal chalice and curses Hitler's birthday. Christ gonna get high. Yeshua gonna mash, mash, mash down Babylon. Yeshua was a Rasta. His eyes are blue and he's not a Jew. Yeshua was a Rasta. He's as blonde as the Lebanese ash he smokes. Yeshua was a Rasta. His pure iron DNA is the most potent strain the world has ever seen. Christ gonna get high, 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 high in Hyperborea. Yeshua gonna mash, mash, mash down Babylon. Yeshua was a Rasta. He smokes cross-shaped joints every day. Yeshua was a Rasta. He's not brown like hash, he's white like deity diamond. Was a Rasta. He would smoke hookah on a donkey and teach from the Torah like a true Hyperborean or Rasta man. Christ gonna get high, 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 high in Hyperborea. Yeshua gonna mash, mash, mash down Babylon. Yeshua was a Rasta. His eyes are blue and he's not a Jew. Yeshua was a Rasta. He's as blonde as the Lebanese ash he smoked. Yeshua was a Rasta. His pure iron DNA is the most potent strain the world has ever seen. Christ gonna get high, 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 high in Hyperborea. Yeshua gonna